guys, hello. So I thought I'd bring you a bit different base. So this time I'm not going to delete the video before I posted it, and I remembered to put my memory card in here, so it's not going to happen again. I am using 3 different shades of foundation as my base face, so you can see the difference in these. You've got cool tones, and there's 9 shades of cool tones. Then you've got warm tones, 9 shades of different warm tones. And then we've got neutral, and again, 9 different tones. So this is usually my bronzer anyway. My skin is so menopausally dry and itchy all the time at the moment. So this video is going to be completely like creamy, rich, nourishing, moisture absorption as much as possible across the board. So I will be using this one as my bronzer, this one as my base face, and this one as concealer. And yeah, let's start. So I will be doing this eye look here, and I'm using the illuminating primer from Unique. It is my favorite and my go-to, because when I'm doing videos like this where you guys want different eyeshadow looks, I find I need to have a good glow and a good base that will really look good on a photo, you know what I mean? So with these brushes, the brushes that I use are different as well. So that one's bronzer. Let me just check which one's which. That one's concealer, that one's base. So with these, I use different brushes than what I normally use. Like, I normally use the kabuki brush for foundation. With these, they're like more creamy texture, so you don't really need the kabuki brush. I use this end of the contouring brush for the bronzer, and then I use these 2 brushes. As you can see, they're like flat. This is the concealer, and this is what I use. It's just a little bit bigger, and it's a little bit more smoother at the ends on the base face. And a little bit really does go a long way. So let's begin. What I love about these is you don't have to go over all your work afterwards to try and avoid those fine lines that brushes make sometimes, because you just don't get that with these. You don't get the fine lines from your makeup brushes when you are putting these on. And I put the base all over. And just like that, that's half my face done, and very little product used. And already I feel better, because it's like creamy, it's nourishing, so much better for the menopausal itch. And look how far it spreads. A little bit goes such a long way. Hides the spot straight away. Bit more. And I'm just picking up like little bits. I'm not really like picking up a lot. So I'll show you where I mean. I'm literally just picking up a little bit. So I'm also using it as a bit of a eyeshadow primer as well, like I would normally do with the concealer. But with this one, it just It pretty much works just the same. It gives a nice base. A spot by here, so I need to cover a bit more. And then we're on to bronzer. And then again, so remember with your bronzer, you go from here to here, leaving a gap in 2-finger. So, just like that. And again. Depending on your face shape, depends on where you put your bronzer on the top of your head. Around your hairline, give or take. If you have more of a this, then you just do the sides. Or depending, you might just do this little bit. It just varies on your face shape. But we've discussed that in this group many times, and I will repost the face shapes that give you ideas. So that is already creamy, rich, and I'm loving it. So I'm setting it with the rose water. And I'm putting my oxygen on. Thank you for looking after it. So, keeping with the creamy, we are going with the Gorgeous Pink as our blusher. I like to put my blusher higher up because it stops my face from looking so, well, to be fair, fat. I can say it, I am. I just blend it in with my finger into the bronzer and just bring it down a little bit. There we go. And then the highlighter, Frosty it's called. Like so. It's nice and creamy, so not getting that itch. And then, keeping with the creamy, this is from the collection, I think Superdrug or maybe, I don't know. And this is just a quick swipe for quick and easy brows. And again, it's creamy. And then I'm just gonna press some powder with the triangle spongy thingy. I'm just gonna press underneath just to set this bit. Slush, it smells of cookies. There we go. Right. So I'm going to keep it as minimal as possible for do this blue look that we wanted. And I am going to use tape. So you can use anything. I mean, some people would choose to do their eye makeup first, because any fallout would just, it doesn't matter because you've not got your base on. But I wanted to be a little bit different, a little bit more daring, and show you how you can do it even if you've got your base on. As soon as I can find the start position of this. There, I got it, 2 seconds. Right. So, because it's an angled look, you're going to put it at an angle. And this doesn't like take your makeup off either. You can get away with using something like these. Tape is just so much easier because it doesn't, as you can see, it's not really like fully sticking here, because you don't want to take all your makeup off, which is great, but it's nice and stuck here, which is where you need it for this specific look. So it doesn't take your makeup off. So I'm using the black from Unique, and I'm using the blue from the Amazon because the Unique blue is no longer available. And I'm going straight in with the liner brush, and I'm going to go straight up and draw the line of where I want this. Doesn't matter if I go on onto the tape. And then you just want to match it up to each other's. Just the top line, basically, just matching it. And then you're going to switch the brush around because it's a liner shader brush. We're going to pick up the black, and then we're going to fill in. And you kind of want to do it a bit of an angle, so you come in more this way at the front, at your lash level, but you go in further out this way at the top. And then we are going to just remove that little bit. There we go. We're picking up the blue. So the blue colour I'm using is this one here. But, oh, I'm going to drop it on the floor, 2 seconds. Only problem with cheap products is they fall apart. Anyway, we're using the blue here. But before we do that, we're going to get the rose water, and we're just going to put a little bit on our hand. And then we're going to brush the brush in there. And then we're going to pick up the blue. This will help stop any dropping, and it will also help the pigment really shine through of the blue. We can remove these now. Again, we're sticking with going at that angle, that we're bringing it further forward at the lash line, but keeping it further outwards at the top. And then just add in any black if needed, just to blend a little, or if you've missed any spots slightly. We're just going to blend that until we're happy. There we go. So again, and then for the white, we're mixing it up slightly, going back in with creamy. We are going to pick up the white eyeshadow. It's like cream eyeshadow, but it dries like normal, and we're just going to blend by here with the blue and the white together. I need to get a new one because this white's almost gone. And then we're picking up the white with the sponge and boiling. Like that. And then we are just gonna finish off. So trying to keep it creamy and something different. These are basically lip balms that are colourful, and some of them are even scented. There's loads of different colours in them. But remember, if you've got a bold eye, you want a nude lip. So that's why I've not gone for a bolder colour. And then I'm just going to pick up a clear gloss. And I'm just going to like that. And then it's time for lashes. So we have got these ones today. And just close the eyeshadow so I don't get it everywhere. There we go. Okie dokie. So we are going in with Double Trouble, if I can get it off because I'm all sweaty. There we go, straight off. Which one's which? Yeah, this one's this one. Okay. So doing like that. And then just because we've got eyeshadow on and it's thick, I want to just put along the lash line extra bit of glue. Like that. Get the tweezers. And you want to line it up, but push it first in the middle. There. And then line up the corners. Like that. Because I've got eyeshadow on, I just want to make sure it's nice and thick coat. So you don't actually have to use so much glue usually, but just with the eyeshadow, I find you do need just that extra bit of the glue. So again, I'm just going to draw a line. And get the tweezers. There we go. There we are. Job's a good one. So now I'm just gonna set it all. And if you wanted to, you could also add a bit of twisted mascara. So this mascara's got two ones. You've got a tiny one, and then you've got a normal one. So you could use the tiny one just to do your bottom lashes. Like that. There we go. And that's that.